It is April 7. By the way, my wife's Minda, we've been married for 47 years.
And we have one son. We were blessed with one son and one grandson. So when
Thank you.
people say, oh, you only have one, and I said, at least that is God's blessing, you know. At least I was able to explore, able to experience being parents and grandparents. So if God gave us one son and grandson, we're really blessed to have it. Now I'll talk on faith more. I mean, with repentance, I know it's very difficult even with married couples to say, I'm sorry. You hurt the other one. It's very difficult sometimes to admit that you're wrong and to say sorry. So I think that's one of those things that we really have, to put it in practice, saying sorry. I know we go to confession and we do those sort of things, but saying I'm sorry to your spouse, to your children. Now with faith, talk about faith. Now I just would like to share. It's my first time actually to share about this. That I have been diagnosed with C ovarian cancer in 2024, May 2024. So it's now actually 2 years and 3 months. And at the time that I was diagnosed, I just came from the Philippines. My auntie turned 90, I turned 70, and it's just like I experienced just bloating, bloating. And when I came here, I had ultrasound and said, oh, you got gallstone, that one. So I was scheduled to have my gallbladder removed. And lo and behold, it's just the laparoscopy thing. And then when I woke up, the doctor said, oh, we didn't proceed because we found cancer. So I was just so, I couldn't explain myself, but imagine just having an operation and suddenly the doctor would say you got cancer. It's so unbelievable. But I was able to accept that because my sister, a year before, after our conference, we had conference in Adelaide. So just after, a day after that, my niece was looking for her and she just collapsed on the way to attending actually a baptism. And then she actually, instead of going to the church, she went to Blacktown Hospital because she was probably not feeling well. She's a nurse. And then she just collapsed in the car. And so she was found the day after she collapsed. So that was Sunday, and that happened. And her body was found on Monday. So that was really sudden. So when I was diagnosed, I said, oh God, my sister went so quickly and I have this sickness. So it's two different things. I said, oh, you are actually preparing me and my family for, it's so different. She went suddenly and I have this sickness. So I can prepare myself, I can prepare my family and the people around me. And I asked for prayers in the community. I didn't hide it, some people do, but I asked for prayers in the community. Our community we have in Western Australia, South Australia, Queensland, we have in Tasmania, because my husband used to be a leader then, and then here in New South Wales. So I was really, really at peace. I didn't cry, and I said, God, this is your, this is what you've given me, and I accept it. My sister went quickly, and I had time to prepare myself and my family. So I had King then in 2024 and also targeted treatment. So I had it all the time until this year. He said, "Oh, it has grown. I mean, it's spread more, and then you have to go back again on chemo." So I just finished my round of 6 chemo, and then I'm now will be having targeted treatment. So I have really deep faith in God. I said, I just prayed this surrender prayer. I said, "You are in control. I just, my life is in your hands. I have deep faith in you." And every morning I pray this prayer that I am thankful and grateful that I'm still breathing every day. I am thankful and grateful I'm still here, I'm still alive, and most of all, I have a purpose. Because they say if you have a purpose, you will have something to do, on a daily basis. And then if you don't have that anymore, God will take you
Home.
home. Because our home is is with God in heaven. Is just temporary life. So that is my thinking. See, with my husband and I, we are both retired, and now we have time to do lots of things. And I said, "You bless us with all these years, and whatever happens, I surrender everything to you. You are in control, and you know what's best." So I just would like to share this one that I'm not really bitter. I accept everything, especially because of the difference in the situation of me and my sister. That I surrendered to God, have faith in God. My faith hasn't wavered despite the condition that I'm in. So I just hope and pray because no one really knows what's in the future. So at the moment, I will be having the targeted treatment. I will be having the CT scan every 3 months. And I know we are all have these challenges and in our lives, difficulties and some, but we just have to be strong, have that faith, and surrender everything to God. He is the one in control, and He knows what's best for us. Thank you. That's my first sharing about my